Hi guys. We have a lot to cover, so I'm going to make this fast. So quick update on CCISD and the closure of the 7 schools. They've had 2 meetings out of 4. The meeting last night was a disaster. I could not attend, but there were other community members that did attend. The meeting started at 5. Get this, which what parent is going to be able to get out of work, go handle the kids, make sure they're fed and somebody's watching them, and get to a meeting by 5. So completely not accommodating parents, for one. The next thing is they spent the first 30 minutes of their meeting preaching how this is a good thing and it's a necessary consolidation. Their Q&A was supposed to be from 5:30 to 6 o'clock. But Dr. Sandra Clement abruptly halted the meeting whenever parents were not able to ask questions, and they weren't able to speak. So she shut down and walked out of the meeting at 5:38, 8 minutes into the Q&A. This is a huge problem that these municipalities are not listening to the community. They're not doing what's in the best interest of the children, most importantly, teachers, or what's right for our community, our different neighborhoods. And it's coming from the same group of people. Dolly Trolley was there. Don Clark was there. There's a new guy, Steve Barrera, who, I know him and I think he's trying to make a difference, but why are they, as board members, allowing this behavior to continue? The chair, Eric Villarreal, has community members escorted out because they're not asking the right questions at the right time. These people are tyrants, and at some point, I'm not sure what we're waiting for to get angry to replace all these people, because all we have to do is vote them out. That's it. That's all we have to do. So there's another meeting for CCISD tonight at Castoris Elementary, again at 5 o'clock, and then another one tomorrow at Martin Middle School. So if you're CCISD parents, it doesn't sound like they're listening to people, but let's show up and let them know that we're going to demand to be heard. And that's all we can do at this point. There's another big item that has me really ticked off, and that is County Commissioner Mike Pusley. Everybody knows how I feel about that corrupt politician. And what he's trying to do now is they're trying to tear down the Nueces County Courthouse, the old one, because they want to sell it. And they want for the TIRZ, the downtown TIRZ, to contribute $2 million to be able to do that. Here's the problem. The TIRZ money comes from taxpayers. So if you're in a zone, TIRZ, this is a downtown TIRZ, so if you're in this downtown TIRZ zone, then it is capped, and the difference is put away to help improve areas of the town that are dilapidated, that are falling apart, like downtown. The downtown management district has done great things downtown, and they're helping a lot of local business owners improve their properties, and it's beautifying downtown, and it works. However, governments don't pay taxes. So Commissioner Mike Pusley is double dipping. So they're taking our taxes, and now he's taking from the taxes that they took. And government, municipalities do not pay property taxes. And so he is threatening the city of Corpus Christi to remove the county from all TIRZ participation. So you're talking about the island, you're talking about downtown, you're talking about North Beach and all these different TIRZ. I think there's 6 or 7 of them. And so he's threatening now that the county's no longer going to participate in the TIRZ program if the downtown TIRZ does not approve the $2 million to tear down the courthouse. When I tell you guys we have extremely bad apples in local politics, it's not that they're just corrupt and bad apples, they're thieves. They're stealing our taxpayer dollars that they don't even contribute to. So that is a huge issue. The county owns the property. The county needs to pay for the demolition of the courthouse. This is crazy. This is craziness. The next thing is Peter Zanoni created 2 committees, one for the Farfield Committee and the second one is for the Water Conservation Committee. On the Farfield Committee, it's 18 people. The city council had 1 person that they could appoint, but the city manager appointed 9, just himself, 9. That's 18 people on this committee. 6 of them, only 6 out of the 18 are pro-community appointees. Only 6. On the water conservation plan, which is these are the people that are supposed to help, because we should have been in stage 4 per our lake levels last year. Peter Zanoni is a coward. And we're paying him $500,000 and he is not doing his job. He's getting committees together so when shit hits the fan, he has a committee to blame because he is a weak leader and we need to terminate his employment immediately. Why the city council continues to cater to this weak leader is beyond me. On the Water Conservation Committee, out of the 17 people on that committee, only 3 are pro-community members. Only 3. There are people on here that have no idea about what's going on with the water. They've never been involved. They've never attended any meetings. They've never been to TCEQ meetings. And most of them are appointees of the city council and Peter. It's crazy the things that are being allowed at City Hall right now. And I'm obviously extremely concerned. The next thing I want to talk about, and then I'll just do these 2 more things and then we'll move. I don't want to keep this video too long. Plus everybody has a short attention span these days. Thank you, phones. But we really, at some point, we're going to have to start getting mad and we're going to start having to call these people out. This is their responsibility to be transparent. It is their responsibility as elected officials to represent the community, and that is not happening. We cannot call the Texas Rangers. We cannot call the FBI. We cannot call the CIA because they are not going to help us. They're not. So we're going to have to fight for our community, folks. We're going to have to do the work. You're going to have to get involved. If you think your taxes are too high, get involved. The city of Corpus Christi, in their geniusness, has decided to raise food permit fees. So here's their suggestion. If you have a gross annual volume of food sales of 0 to 49,999, your permit fee is going to be $258. If it's between 50,000 and 149,000, then you have to pay $515. If you're grossing sales, not profit, if you're selling this much, if it's 150,000 or more, then your permit is going to be $773 a year. So let's get this straight. The city of Corpus Christi is doing nothing to help you with your small business. Zero. Nothing. And they are punishing you for being successful. They're punishing people who have a successfully locally owned business. The hard part about this is that you constantly hear Mayor Paulette Guajardo, Roland Barrera, and all these council members saying that they support locally owned small businesses. And this is proof that they do not. They do not support locally owned small businesses. And you ask, Rachel, well, who's raising these fees? So it is a new director of public health, Anita Curion, which I don't know if I'm butchering her name. I really don't care. But guess where she came from? She was the deputy director of San Antonio Metropolitan Health District. So what's happening, people, is Peter Zanoni is firing all of our local community members and replacing them with his corrupt staff that he had in San Antonio. And now we're getting stuck with them because we have weak leadership. And the weak leadership comes from the top. I'd like to read you guys this gem, because, whenever you elect a senator, and there's a lot going on in this country right now, I know that Senator Adam Hinojosa and his wife spent 2 weeks in Israel. He was not elected to represent Israel, so I'm not sure why they went to Israel, and I'm kind of wondering who paid for that trip. And hopefully it wasn't tax dollar money, because he is a senator, a Texas senator. He's not a U.S. senator. So why he is going to Israel for 2 weeks is make it make sense. Today I was sent this. Senate Resolution number 3, whereas the 44th birthday of an esteemed Texan is truly cause for celebration, and Victoria Hinojosa is celebrating this joyous occasion on January 15th to the great delight of her family and friends. Whereas she exchanged the vows of marriage with Adam Hinojosa is a source of joy and inspiration. This lady has never accomplished anything. I know her as Adam's wife, and now she's running for Texas School Board District 2, and the only experience she has is that she's had children. She doesn't know anything about the problems that we're having at CCISD, the rest of the ISDs, what's going on with ISD police. I mean, he did a resolution and it got approved. I hereby certify that the above resolution was adopted by the Senate on January 28th, 2025. If you guys don't wake up, or minimally just stop paying taxes, stop paying local taxes, stop paying federal taxes, because this is the shit that they're doing. They're wasting, they keep saying that they don't have time, we're so busy, this and that, but you have time to do a resolution to wish your wife a happy birthday for turning 44? He's also running his brother, who's completely incompetent, to be a U.S. congressman in one of the races. This is what happens when we hire people and we elect people and we believe they're bullshit. It's got to come to an end. And I'm sorry about all the cussing, but I am done. This is exhausting. And I don't need for people to come in and follow everything, but we need people who will focus on certain items. And I know that a lot of these items aren't affecting you guys personally, but these fees with the city, I warned everybody. I warned them in September of 2024. I warned people in September of 2025, and now I'm getting a slew of like hey, what's going on with these fees? What is the city doing? Like, I got another phone call. Why is the municipal court charging me court fees that they're the same amount as the ticket that I got? Who determines those fees? The city of Corpus Christi, Peter Zanoni. He is nickel and diming us to death. He is taking every penny that he can from us, and the Corpus Christi City Council is allowing it. They're allowing it. And so is County Judge Connie Scott with Mike Pusley. When are we going to be tired? When are we going to be tired enough? That's my question. I'm asking you guys to get involved, and minimally send emails, sign the petition to remove Mayor Paulette Guajardo, because Peter Zanoni, she has been on council since he's been here. And we were excited for a little while because we understood that her and Peter Zanoni were at odds. And as it turns out, of course, they've kissed and made up. And so now we're back to where we were a year ago. Join the fight, guys. At minimally, send the emails. And we're not even asking you to participate. Well, I'm asking you to participate, but you're not. So at minimally, vote. Register to vote. That's it. Register to vote and then vote. Follow people like me and Michael Miller and the Taxpayers Association. People that have not been bureaucrats and a part of this scam for the last 30 years, where all they're doing is giving money back and forth to each other. Look at Brent Chesney. His opponent posted that he has received $26 million in closing costs from the Port of Corpus Christi, and he does not recuse himself. None of these corrupt politicians ever file conflicts of interest, and they're legally, ethically required to do that. And you guys, and Brent Chesney, the people that Brent Chesney helps that are partnered up with him, they vote, and they tell their family to vote. All of us that are paying for everything, we're not voting. Because if we are voting, we could vote them out in one election. I am asking you guys to please focus. The primary is coming up. I think it's March 3rd. But you have to register to vote. I think that deadline's coming soon. I'll put it in the notes at the bottom in the comments. I mean, we're in trouble. You guys have got to get involved. Corpus Christi, Nueces County. Please feel free to reach out if you need any additional information. If you are a restaurateur and you are against these increases, we still have time to fight it. We're throwing together correspondence to be able to go to city council, but you will need to attend the city council meeting on February 17th, and the second reading will be on February 24th. But if we bombard them now with the issues that we have, then hopefully they will not increase these fees. I will put city council's emails in the comments. I'm going to put a picture of Senator Adam Hinojosa's resolution to wish his wife a happy birthday, because we don't have bigger things to worry about in this country, in this state, and in our community. Mind blown. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And this is why people get frustration from community members when we go to city council. This is why you guys hear me say, have the day you deserve. Because these people are lying to our faces, and they're taking our money and they're redistributing it to their friends and their campaign contributors. When is enough going to be enough? Have the day you deserve. Have a great one. Stay in touch.